All right. New week. It's Monday. New week and new week of training has started. I'm gonna be doing today Vo2Max 3 times 10 times 40-20. Last week I did it with a power of 350, 360. I did this set only 2 times because it was like kind of like intro to this Vo2Max block, and also intro after a couple of days resting. I had a rest week last week, and I took a couple of days totally off, and then a couple of easier days, and Vo2Max workout and race yesterday. What's gonna happen? I will have around 40 minutes of warm-up. Typically it's a bit more, so I might do 45 to 50 minutes of warm-up. So if you want to skip all this first part and you only want to go and see the intervals, you can go around 45 minutes and see if I'm already doing the intervals, and then adjust from there. I'm gonna be going through first a bit the race yesterday, what happened, how was it, and also probably I'm gonna be talking about a bit about my coming training block and the challenges this kind of a weekly rhythm of every Sunday racing puts on the trainings. Mainly how to organize all the training throughout the week so that there is enough stimulus to elicit progress in my powers and competitiveness and everything, so that I develop, and also to be fresh on Sundays. I will be discussing about this for some time, then I will shut up, enjoy my warm-up, and yes, around 40 to 50 minutes into the workout, I will start doing the intervals, which are 42 seconds, not 40, because I give myself 2 seconds to accelerate the power, so that it's not like 36 seconds in the correct power zone, but more like 39 seconds. It takes me probably more than 2 seconds to go to 325, but I'm gonna be targeting more power than that. That's just a number in there that won't be guiding me. But so that's not a typo. I haven't misspelled that. It has a purpose for the 2 secs. And then I will do a cool down, a bit longer cool down, 2 hours in total. So now you know what's gonna come, and you can decide if you wanna keep on listening or if you wish to just go and see the intervals. All right, so let's start with the race yesterday. Compared to last time we were there, that this was the second time we were racing a really flat course with no climbs and cons. And the first time it was so hard. It was the qualifier number 3 in February. So the last qualifier last month. Jeez. Capicera attacked, I think, like 22 times. And then Francesca Tomasi was also attacking and broke somebody else. I don't remember that well. But yeah, it was an attack after an attack after an attack. So it was so tough the last time. But this time, completely different. Only a couple of tries to attack. And some were dead before they started. And for example, Kristen Kulczynski and Francesca Tomasi, they got some time in front of everybody, because I think Francesca, for example, was like 16 seconds ahead of us before came a sprint segment where we ate like 10 seconds of her lead. And then there was 6 seconds left, and big back, we just rolled and got her. So a couple of these kind of happenings. I once tried to get away closer to the finish line, but I didn't they didn't give me any leash. There was already like really many ladies behind me, too close, and I adapted the plan. Not adapted, but aborted the plan really fast, because we were so close also to the finish line, so there wasn't that so much point in using my energy on a breakaway attempt that wasn't going to succeed. Or the chances of the success were really small. The ladies were so tight on my tail. So it was really easy, and then it came to the final sprint. It was 1 minute, a bit over 1 minute, I don't remember correctly. I got my 1 minute, it was 4:99. It was my personal best, not all time, but during the last 90 days. I think I have something like something over 500 is my 1 minute personal best done in some race. Yeah, so it was long sprint to the finish line, initiated by Francesca Tomasi and Camilla Alberry. I kicked really hard early because I have had the tendency of not pushing enough so that I can get the bike moving. And when the others push, they get so much bigger speed. So even though if I would be hammering with more power than they the rest of the time, I wouldn't caught them, because my initial push didn't give me enough speed, initial speed. This has happened a couple of times now. So I pushed pretty hard early on and got into a decent place. I was third. I had all the time someone in front of me, so I wasn't fighting the wind. I was in the slipstream of Camilla Alberry and then Catherine Fura, before I think she moved away. steered her away in front of me, and then Gabby, Elise, Jennifer Gothilander, at least Mika, of course, Mika, came past me, and they had such a big kick compared to mine, something like 10 to 12 watts per kilogram in the final moments before the finish line. And even though I tried to accelerate from 500 a bit over, I think my power was something like 520, and then Tatu was screaming, yeah, now all out, and I think I could manage something like 550 to 560. So, and I weigh like 60 kilos, 61 kilos is my racing weight, so it wasn't even 10 kilos, 10 watts per kilo. It was 9.2 I saw, and things like this. So I think it stayed over 9 or at 9 the rest of the fight to the finish line. But it didn't get me to the podium places or to better places than 6th. So I finished 6th. But it was good. I did a good kick. I did another try of kicking, and with that another try of kicking, I could increase the power a bit. Not as much as I would have needed. But so much that it gave me the 6th place and not 7th, 8th, or 9th, or something like this. So really easy race compared to what it was and could have been, and what will be when we go to climb races, which is the typical mode of racing for us. There is always a climb. Smaller ones on one big one. So that's about the race. It was good. I'm really happy. Happy because also the sprint finishes. It's you have to know what to do. You have to learn them. You have to ride enough of them so that you know intuitively what to do and when. And I haven't been doing those as much. Those are not something we have so much in MyWhoosh Sunday Race Club. Those are more like a Zwift type of race endings. These sprints to the finish line. Mainly in MyWhoosh we go up a climb, and the ending is on top of the climb or somewhere along the route to the top of the climb or something, you know. Now there has been more of these sprint finishes also, which is a nice change. So that's about the race. Easy except for the final kick. Okay, and easy is a relative. Of course it was a race. There were harder sections, there were easier sections. And of course my NP, normalized power, average power, are in a really good level. It wasn't like a stroll in the park, but it was a stroll in the park relatively speaking to what it could have been. Yeah. And then about my training. I have been struggling for some weeks now how to be completely fresh on Sunday when the main event for the week is. The main event is not these training sessions. It's really good if these go well and I'm fresh in these, but what needs to go well and where I have to be fresh is every Sunday. And still I need to keep on developing, getting better. So typically I have been spreading my interval sessions throughout the week. Typically the hardest sessions been on Tuesdays and Thursdays and race on Sunday. And then some other easier interval sessions, for example, sweet spot on Fridays, for example. Nothing too hard sweet spot, not too many minutes in the area, but you know, just to have something in that power zone area also. But now we are doing so that after Sunday's race, I will be having a mini block of training Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And now it will be all Vo2Max. These 40-20s, tomorrow 4x4, and on Wednesday 30-50s. And on Wednesday, triple, double, that way around, double. I will be doing also another session Wednesday evening, most probably sweet spot, around 90-92% from the FTP, 3 times 15. And then a Thursday, really easy. Friday, still easy. Probably some upper zone 2 work, maybe around 1.6 millimoles. Or also on Friday, sweet spot. And on Saturday, really easy. This how easy this Friday will be dictated by how much rest I need before Sunday. Also, what I will be doing on Saturdays, will it be easy day or already a bit harder, will be dictated by how I feel in the races, how is the power, how I perform. So this is an iterative process where we first do it like this. Race on Sunday, that is the main thing. Then continue with the hard workouts Monday through Wednesday so that they get a big stimulus Monday, Wednesday, and then rest it out and be ready on Sunday. And you have the front seat to see how this goes. I might be really tired on Wednesdays, not being able to hit any kind of target power in the weeks to come, but that is also kind of the target. Or then we need to lower the target power so that I hit the target. But yeah, when we are training, we cannot be fresh all the time. Then we wouldn't be training hard enough. But the most important thing is to be fresh on Sunday. So that's about it. We are 19 minutes. Once again, about this workout, 10 times, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. Last time the power was 350, 360, and this is around the area that I am targeting. 360 would be really nice, but I need to see how my legs are after yesterday's race. So training always is affected by racing. So let's see. Last week I would have done 370 and over, but I didn't want to. I was fresh then. I had just been resting like 3 days. "20 minutes around that and we go." I might be doing some sprints before that, and of course better warm up to deepen this up a bit. No. U-turn, please. All right. Warm up is coming to an end. I have paused my warm up. I want to go to, I don't want to go to, ah shit, no, yes, to Jumesi, yes, not to Urgas. I'll take around 4 to 5 minutes, drink a bit, take in a bit of sugar, 10 times 40 seconds, target, aim, 350, 360, even 370, totally based on how tired the legs are from yesterday. So let's see what will happen. So the strategy is start with a progression in mind, not go all out in the first 1 or 2 intervals. There is 10 to come, and there is also 3 sets. I will do all the 3 sets and 10 repetitions, but if I'm feeling really like tired and it's not going, I will lower the power. I won't cut short the intervals so that I would do, for example, 8 only. I will do 10, 3 times 10, but I will decrease the power. I want to stay in the Vo2Max zone as much as possible. And also, if I'm tired and I cannot put in like 350, 360, 370, then it also tells me that my Vo2Max area is a bit lower today. Of course, too low, it won't work anymore at all. But tiredness is the tiredness in the body is like, or there are many reasons why a body is tired, or muscle cells, or nervous system, or anything is tired. But yeah, I cannot work harder than I can. And if I can't reach the target power, I will do it with lower. But if it goes under like 340 or something, then it's nonsense, useless. So with progression in mind, trying my best, concentrating on getting every interval in is how I go. It's gonna be probably like 3 songs, 10 minutes. All right, good luck to me. Nice and easy, dance on the pedals. 4 to go. One to go. That was super good. 360, 370 in that area. Now rest hard. Rest hard. Spelling. For 10 minutes. Then I do it again. And after that I will again rest hard for 10 minutes to be able to produce this power. I rest enough to be able to hit 20 more times, 40 seconds with only 20-second rest at power target 360 to 370. And if you are only here now, or start listening this a bit later, that 42 seconds isn't miswritten, it's not misspelled, it's there on purpose, because I want to be around 40 minutes in the target power zone. So I have given myself 2 seconds to accelerate into that power zone. I am not taking it away from the already short recovery, and I don't want my intervals to be like only around 36-37 seconds. Around 20 minutes of work in these intervals, 10 plus 10. That I can do. Six minutes and 40 seconds of work in both of these sets. And then I rest a bit over 3 minutes as these rest intervals, 20 seconds. Yeah, this was good. Last time, about 10 was slower. I also did push some 370 last time, because I had only 2 sets and I was thinking of doing only 8 to 10. So last time I could have stopped at 8 times 40. This twice, like that twice. So I had a bit more courage also to push. But now, because I know there's 2 sets coming of 10, and I'm going to, this won't be as nice as it was last time, nice and easy. This is more like push more. But in the races, sorry, in training sessions, I never push all out, or at least I try to avoid that really hard. Sometimes it can happen, but I'm really trying not to. The place where to go all out is the race on Sunday. It's so taxing on the body to take everything it has to give, and in the long run it's also mentally really tiring. And the mental tiredness shows up first in races. There's so much other things that gives mental pressure. You want to perform really well, you want to do well, you are giving yourself pressure, and you might think others are giving yourself pressure, and always race is always a tough place for a human being. We are not meant to go in these places. 10,000 years ago, 30,000 years ago, we avoided the attacks or confrontations with a lion. But now we are going head to head with a lion in these races. And that is against our nature. And for that reason, it's really hard for the head also. Some are better at it, some are worse at it. Or like feel the pressure more. Feel the mental stuff more, and others are like, of course, I'm like a bit tense or a bit like, how do you say, tingling, but nothing more. Some are like, oh shit, I'm gonna get the hell out of here. I don't wanna race. One more. Yum, yum. One minute to go. Ready or not? I don't know where I'm here. One would think this is easy, but if you're already at number 5 thinking, oh, I'm already at 8. I have been going through so many already. And you notice you're only halfway there. These are tough. More volume. Now we go. Nice and easy. We remember the progression. Nine to go. Enjoy, nice and easy.